Iraqi Dinar Guru Opinions February 24, 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. February 24, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat article. Exclusive. 5 Iraqi banks to be banned from US dollar transactions. So it's not 15 banks, only 5 from engaging in US dollars. These are the CBI restrictions and not US sanctions imposed on the banks in Iraq. I repeat, not US sanctions. Many of these Iraqi news media outlets love to exaggerate and tell you these are US sanctions. This is called fake news. Yes, even in Iraq. February 24, 2025 Intel Guru Mark Z, via PDK, Kurdistan oil export. Washington presses and Baghdad faces challenges. I would like to point out that Baghdad is calling BS on some Reuters articles saying the US is threatening sanctions if Kurdistan doesn't start pumping the oil. Both Washington and Baghdad say BS and tells them to stop with the fake news. February 24, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26 Everything that we read every day has nothing to do with 1310. Does this international global system have anything to do with 1310? No. Does the complete overhaul, change, blood transfusion of the banking system, the monetary performance system of Iraq, completely change? Do you think they didn't change the 1310? February 23, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26 Iraq is international without a doubt. The problem is they have not released the reason why you are international yet. That will be a new exchange rate with a new denomination of currencies called the lower notes. February 23, 2025 Newshound Guru Samson article. Iraq moves towards globalization, implementation of international accounting standards begins in 2026. February 23, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman article. Reform Committee announced 22% growth in tax revenues with revenues reaching 4 trillion dinars. Why is that important? Remember, Iraq's valuation is based off of oil. That's not true. There's non-oil and there's tax revenues. Now, that valuation at $3.22 for the dinar back a long time ago was based off only oil. Now they have non-oil. They have growth. There's not even talking about gas. Iraq has a massive amount of revenue streams. Keep that in mind when it comes to the valuation, a real effective exchange rate. Because they're going to be able to use real fundamentals. Take it seriously. This is for real, it's going to be big money and it's going to have a global impact. February 23, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU. Is there a new USTN? No new US currency called USTN has been officially announced by the US Department of the Treasury. A new US currency USTN has been debunked as a false claim. Seriously, this has been a roller coaster ride and none of us are in need of more dinar mythology. There are no redemption centers, number 800 numbers. No notifications, no USTN, no contract rates, no bank is coming to your house to exchange your currency, no $75 IQD, no $2 VND, number 6,000 redemption centers, and no bonds. Get a grip. This will be a no fanfare, no crowds, no public announcement, quiet event. Calm down and don't fall for this foolishness. The RV will not be televised. February 23, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26 I love the fact that Saleh is constantly coming out every day to talk to you Iraqi citizens about the success of their banking and monetary reform education. This time he tells the Iraqi citizens that your banking reform is going through a major change. I call it a paradigm shift. It is tremendous what is going on. You're not just a financial hub. There are so many ways he can tell you Iraqi citizens that there is a new exchange rate coming, but the evidence is all around you. Emo every day there's an announcement on your television in order to soften the shock of what is soon to be announced, a new exchange rate. February 23, 2025 Newshound Guru Samson article. Reports more Reform Committee announces 22% growth in tax revenues, with revenues reaching 4 trillion dinars. February 23, 2025 Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram. The Trump administration is pressuring Iraq. Iraq is bracing for a possible increase in US sanctions. Article. Trump pressuring Iraq to restart Kurdish oil exports via Turkey. Or face sanctions. The Trump administration during the past 2 weeks has sent Iraq direct messages to dismantle armed factions. The number of sanctioned banks reached 28 out of 44 banks operating in Iraq. The Trump administration is putting pressure on Iraq to dismantle, disarm and disconnect from Iran on all levels. February 23, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman article. Trump gives Baghdad a choice: export Kurdistan's oil or face sanctions like Iran. There is a plan and there is a way to get the oil flowing. This tells us there's clear pressure on Iraq to stay the course. This news is somewhat intense. It suggests power players are making sure Iraq stays on board with her reforms. I suspect this pressure is going to be used to keep Iraq on track and get this going. The heat is up and I like it. It's good. February 23, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26. Iraq Boots on the Ground Report, Firefly. There's an economic expert on the television. He's asking us Iraq citizens some questions regarding the exchange rate of our currency. He went on for 20 minutes talking about the pros and cons of what we're about to do. And he reminded us that at one time the dinar was $3.30. Then we see new information commercials talking about the new national bonds. Mr. Sammy says this is another way to get the citizens to bring in their 30 notes that many are hoarding into their homes. Frank, they are pushing the idea to buy the bonds. They'll use their 30 notes. The push to bring in as many 30 notes as possible is also another loud indicator of a change that's coming. February 23, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT GOAT. Some more good news is that issue No. 4814 of the Iraqi Gazette was published on February 17, 2025. It included Law No. 4 of 2025, First Amendment, to the Federal General Budget Law of the Republic of Iraq for the fiscal years 2023, 2024, 2025, No. 13 of 2023. Also, they just told us the budget will not yet be open, as there are technical issues yet to resolve with the Kurds. Like I told everyone that the RV rate will not ever be in the budget. The law is passed and in the Gazette and still no RV. I assure you with 1000% certainty that this event is not going to trigger the RV. February 23, 2025 Intel Guru Mark Z. Via PDK. The new dinar rate was not in the Gazette today, Saturday. The CBI has been showing some different rates lately. It even went to 1322 in the wee hours. But it is not staying there. There is a lot pointing to the fact they are working on it, but not a lot pointing to us going to the banks on Monday. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: IraqiDinarChat.net.